And we are back, and it is quarter-final time. It is now the time where it all gets very, very serious for all the teams involved. And wouldn't you just know it, we are starting with England as well today. It is a massive day for the Lionesses. Hopefully, they will get the job done. But before we look ahead to that game today, let's quickly talk about the absolute chaos that happened in the last few minutes of the two games at the end of the group stage. As we spoke about before, it was 2-1-1 in terms of the points between Iceland, Belgium and Italy. Belgium with that lead, meaning that as long as they held on to that lead, they would progress. And honestly, it was like watching a prime Jose Mourinho performance from them. Italy absolutely battered them. It was something like 25 to 30 shots by the end of it, but blocks and saves from the Belgian defence, meaning that they were able to hold on to that 1-0 lead and progress to the next round. And fair play to them for that. They were the lowest ranked side going into that group, and to get through to the quarterfinals is massive for them. But not only that, if Italy were able to get an equaliser in those 7 minutes of stoppage time, that would have meant that Iceland would have gone through after a 102nd minute equaliser against France. Absolute chaos, but fair play to Belgium. They were resilient, they held out, and have rightfully earned their place in the next round. Let's quickly see what that did for the scores in terms of this series, and then we will look ahead to England's semi-final. If you do enjoy the content around here, as always, please do drop a like, share it with a friend, and if you really like the content, why not considering subscribing and ringing that bell so you don't miss any future content. Let's have a look at those actual results from Matchday 13. So, as we said, it was Iceland, France, Italy and Belgium. We've already know the results. It was 1-1 and 0-1, which means, sadly, for the first time in the entire tournament, on the very last day of the group stage, we do have a Matchday score of 0, which means that the group stage total is 27, and I'm not going to complain about that one bit. And plenty of opportunities to score more points before the end of the series. As always, do let me know down in the comments how you got on. And now let's actually look ahead to that quarter-final today. So, it is England-Spain, and just before I go into it, I am going to explain just one additional rule for the knockout stages. This is something that we did with other knockout tournaments at the back end of last season and will be bringing forward when we do the Champions League series and World Cup series later on this year. When it is a knockout game, there is one additional point on offer, and that is for predicting the team that goes through. So, i.e., if you go for an England win here today, and England do win, you get 1 point just for England to go through. The reason for that is I still do it in terms of 90 minutes. So if you go for a draw in 90 minutes, do let me know who you think will then win in extra time and or penalties. And that is where you get that extra point from. As for the game itself, as we said enough times, it is England-Spain. It is the home team versus the pre-tournament favourites. And if I'm being honest with you, I haven't seen enough from Spain for them to seriously challenge England in this one. Obviously, if they do turn up, they are one of the best teams in the world. As we've said enough times, they were the pre-tournament favourites. So they are definitely capable of beating England. But from what I've seen of the 3 group games from Spain and what I've seen of the 3 group games from England, realistically, England should win this one pretty easily. I am going to be quite conservative. I'm just going to go for a 2-0 win. But I really, really do expect England to win this one. And I know some people have been sort of putting in the media that England haven't played anyone yet. You know, Northern Ireland, Norway, Austria. They're not exactly the toughest teams to come up against, so they say. But we've dispatched them with relative ease in the end. So I'm not going to sit here and say that we should then be struggling against Spain. So, oh my word, it's a butterfly lands on my head. But I really do think England are going to win this one, and I'm going to go for 2-0. So that is it. Please do let me know in the comments what you think is going to happen. Show your support tonight. Definitely get on TV and watch this one. I think it is a massive game for England, and hopefully we do get the job done. But again, just a quick reminder that if you are going to go for a draw, please do let me know who you think is going to win, because there is that 4th point available for you there. And that is it. Thank you very much for watching. All that is left to say is come on England, and I will see you tomorrow where we discuss what happened and then look ahead to the next quarter-final. Thank you very much for watching.